We just concluded our lunch, our working lunch with the foreign ministers, hosting the Prime Minister of Sudan. And that is definitely an encouraging transition that the European Union is strongly supporting, both politically but also financially. We just announced an additional financial support for humanitarian aid. And we exchanged with the Prime Minister on the most pressing needs on which the European Union is going to accompany the civilian democratic transition of the country. And let me start from this, because we always tackle crises that seem impossible to be solved. And in this case, we have a good story that could represent not only success in itself, but also an inspiration for the rest of the region, for Africa, for the Arab world, for our world in general. We addressed with the ministers, first of all, the situation in Afghanistan after the holding of the presidential elections, still waiting for the preliminary results to be announced, but stressing our determination to accompany an Afghan-owned and Afghan-led process for negotiations that we hope can be started soon between the government and the Taliban, and also our hope that the resumption of US-Taliban talks can happen soon, as one step to prepare the launch of a genuine intra-Afghan peace process with direct negotiations between government and Taliban. We would be more than ready to support this process from the very beginning, and also an agreement in case and when it is reached. We then discussed with the ministers regional security in the area of the Gulf. This is an issue that is extremely relevant for the European security, but also for security of the world as such. We have seen some let's say, restraint and some ideas floating around about the possibility to have some regional initiatives to de-escalate tensions. We discussed this with the ministers. The European Union is ready to support any initiative that is seeing the region and the regional actors as the key drivers. So we would stay in a support mode. The European Union, European member states have a significant experience on how to live together even when tensions arise in a peaceful manner and even in a cooperative manner. We also commented the latest announcement from the Iranian side on the decision to resume uranium enrichment in Fordo. That is of a major concern for us. As you know, we rely always on the IAEA for verification. IAEA inspectors were on site in the recent days. We expect the IAEA report later today, so you will see our reaction to that later on. As a coordinator of the Joint Commission, I'm reaching out to all JCPOA participants to discuss the follow-up and the next steps based, again, on the IAEA report that we will see later today. But let me stress that there was, again, today around our table, full commitment to the agreement that remains crucial for our security. Even if it's increasingly difficult to preserve it, we will continue our efforts to have a full implementation of the agreement.